Your astrological sign may cover the positioning of the planets at the time of your birth, but it doesn't cover one of the most potent energy fields on Earth, the moon phase you were born in. The lunar personalities are the 8 phases of the moon cycle: new moon, first crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, and balsamic moon. They can shed light, pun intended, on not only some of your qualities and tendencies, but more importantly, the first energy you are exposed to on Earth, and how it affects the way your path here will unfold. New moon. If your lunar personality is new moon, you focus your life on growth, progression and learning. You are always eager to discover something new, change your life for the better, and are keenly interested in evolving society and humankind. The combination of your interest in the world and your desire to improve it makes you a uniquely driven innovator, and that manifests largely in how you think. You are naturally curious, hopeful but sometimes self-doubting and depreciating. It can be hard for you to see a situation beyond your subjective view of it, and sometimes you can become frustrated as what you understand seems so self-evident, and you don't comprehend how other people don't see life the way you do. Pay attention to what you planned and create in the earlier stages of your life. You will reap what you have sown as you grow older. First crescent. If your lunar personality is first crescent, you are determined. You're known for being interested, creative and at times, stubborn. However, it's that insistence that you know what you want that moves you forward in life. You are someone who straddles between appreciating tradition and progressiveness, and you will find that often in your life, succeeding is not so much about trying harder, but allowing more. You will often find that the thing that is most holding you back is just you. Pay attention to your 20s and your 30s. It's in these years that you'll have the most exponential growth. First quarter. If your lunar personality is first quarter, you're a rebel at heart. You refuse to accept anything if you disagree with it. You're emotional and attuned to your feelings, and sometimes that can get you in trouble. You will have to learn to also value other people's ideas and to not let your feelings get the most of you if you really want to thrive. You are someone who likes to evaluate what's already been built, and then expand upon it. You're a really important mix of big picture thinker and small detail executor. This makes you uniquely positioned to be someone who brings real change to your own life and the lives of those around you. You will be most productive in a self-designed career. Pay attention to the years just before midlife, particularly your 30s and 40s. It will take you until then to really start to step into your stride, but once you do, you will be unstoppable. Waxing gibbous. If your lunar personality is waning gibbous moon, you're a healer and humanitarian. You care about other people sometimes more than you even do yourself, and the pain and suffering of others is something that you are not only highly sensitive to, but also want to help transform. Whether you're aware of it or not, your mission in life is to help the world in some way. One of your strengths is that you are not so easily sold on the idea that worldly success equals real happiness, and understand that truly feeling fulfilled and finding meaning in your life is about learning to help others and help yourself, too. Pay attention to middle age. That's when you'll really thrive. Not because your life will not be enjoyable until then, but because your peers will start reaching a deeper maturity and be able to recognize the importance of your contributions to the world. Full moon. If you were born on the full moon or in the full moon cycle, your life is about creating the extraordinary in the ordinary, and becoming who you truly are. You were born with an important purpose in life, one you will become aware of at a young age, and will spend the rest of your time bringing into fruition. You are also a very sensitive person. You're intuitive and empathetic, and take on the problems of the world. You are extremely aware of your emotions, and regularly go through periods of purging and renewing. This is all in service of your highest purpose. More than anything, your life is about growth. Even though you sometimes struggle with irrational feelings and oversensitivity, you will grow through these and into your total self. You will notice that in your life you are gifted streaks of luck and chance encounters that help you manifest your highest desires. You are meant for the happily ever after in this life. You must only remember to keep working toward it. Pay attention to each season of your life. Every decade offers a new set of lessons, goals and achievements. Waning gibbous. If you were born on the waning gibbous moon, you are a teacher by nature. You may not necessarily work in a classroom, but you feel a deep need to leave your legacy, and change the world in whatever small way you can. You are hopeful, interested, and future-oriented. Your life will be about bringing change to the lives of those around you, showing love in simple but important ways. You are less concerned about your ego as you are making a genuine impact on the world, whether or not you always get credit for it. You know, deep down, that what you sow, you shall also reap. You are someone who is interested in history, art and how different ideas can come together and coexist. In this sense, you are both creative and artistic. You are an intellect by nature, and enjoy having information at your disposal. Pay attention to the time after midlife. You will find true peace in your golden years. Last quarter. If you were born in the third quarter moon, you have the gift of deep understanding. You have what other people would refer to as a truth gauge, and you're highly intuitive. You're also very opinionated. You reject mainstream opinions, and like to come up with theories of your own. You are a very skilled worker, especially when it's for a cause you believe in. You are inherently mature, and will often display traits of that maturity at a young age. You sometimes struggle with the opinions of others, and how deeply, or not, you will let your life be guided by them. Fear not, because as time goes on, you will gradually learn to think for yourself completely. Pay attention to your later years, your 60s, 70s. That will be the time that you genuinely stop caring what anybody thinks, and boldly live your truth. Balsamic moon. If you were born during a balsamic moon, you are a thinker and spiritualist. You have the innate ability to understand things beyond this realm, and you often find yourself contemplating ideas, possibilities and existential theories. You were born with a culminate wisdom that will serve you and humanity greatly. You will not do anything that does not inherently make sense to you, and the deeper you accept your spiritual communion with the universe, the more peaceful and light you will feel. It is your duty on Earth to channel some of the most powerful and healing ideas that aren't accessible to people too stuck in their egos to understand. Pay attention to your older years, 60s, 80s. You will begin to truly thrive off of what you've spent the past decades building. I will post the link in the description box. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know. Like and subscribe ! Starlight.